ayan, di ba? Oh. Ang ganda na lang talaga, oh. So, ayan mga bilabs, oh. Nandito ako sa park, ayan, oh. Katatapos ko lang mag-film. So, ayan, ang lamig. May mga nakatingin sa akin para siguro sabi siguro, ano kayang ginagawa ng babae dyan? Parang baliw. Sayo ng sayaw. Ayan, park to. Ayan, palaruan ng mga kids. Kahatid ko lang kasi kay SOE Life Hub, yung pamangkin ko sa school. So, ayan, wala akong magawa. Kaya nag-film ako, tapos nagti-tiktok. may mga ano kasi, may mga may naglilipat. Ayan. So makikita niyo sa aking ano, ayan, ang ganda. Ah, dig 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 dig. Ah, diba? Ayan, kasi autumn na. Malapit na mag-winter. So ayan ang aming place ngayon. Ganyan na siya. OOTD. Ayan yung aking cover. Ayan, yung ibang kulay, green, yellow, orange. So, ayan, makikita nyo guys. Ganda ng paligid. So, ayan, diba? Oh. Ang ganda na lang talaga, oh. Bawal kasi magtagal ng mask. Mahuhuli tayo. Hi! Nagpipilm kasi ako. Ayan, ang aking camera, ang very cute. So, iikot na ako. Dahil nagugutom na ako. Ayan. Nagugutom na ako at ang lamig na ng kamay ko. See? Ayan guys. Dilaw na dilaw. Ang ganda. Hihi. Ang ganda ng paligid. Iikot ko kayo ha. Ayan. Ito yung school. Ayan. School ng ano yan. Elementary. Ayan. 1 to 6. O, diba? Ang ganda ng school nila. So, ayan na. Ang ganda ng weather. Ang lamig na maaraw. Autumn. Ang ganda talaga pag autumn na. Ang cute ng mga kulay. Iba-ibang kulay. Ayan. Green, orange, yellow. Oh. Diba? Ang ganda. Naglalakad ako. Exercise. So, ayan yung bundok na yan. Ayan. Mga next month, December hanggang ano, wala yung kalbo. Hanggang April. Kalbo yung mga yan. Yan, yung hagdan na yan, dyan ako laro ng snow. Yung nag-i-snow kami ni Zoe. Ayan. Dyan yan. Oh, diba ang ganda? Ang linis ng kalsada. So, ayan. Ang labong ng mga puno. So, try natin mag-tiktok. Yun yung sa baba. Ay! Ang ganda talaga.
Today we're going to be making yogurt with this Instapot. An Instapot is basically like a pressure cooker. And we're going to, like I say, we're going to make yogurt. We begin by putting together 8 cups or a half a gallon of milk. That's 4 cups. And there's 4 cups. Now then, I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to seal it, lock it in place. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to hit the yogurt button. And the first thing we want to do is we want to boil, so I'm going to hit this menu button. Sorry. Oh, I got to hit the oil, the yogurt button twice. Now that's the milk, and this is all in here. We're going to hit the yogurt button until the yogurt button says boil. And then we're basically just then going to just let it go until it's boiled. This first process usually takes around an hour. And I will be back to explain more after this boil cycle is complete. Too cold and it doesn't get the bacteria started. So we will wait until this milk has cooled, usually about 15 to 30 minutes, and then I will add the yogurt starter. Okay, now that we have our milk at a desired temperature, we're going to add the yogurt starter. I like to just use plain, regular yogurt. This is just a store brand of yogurt. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to take and I'm going to dip just a little bit of milk out of here. And I'm going to open up my yogurt. Then I'm going to spoon some yogurt into this milk. About a quarter cup. I like to just kind of guesstimate it myself. And I'm going to stir this up until the yogurt has turned to like a milk substance, and this is almost basically just milk. Don't want any lumps left. Now that I have this mixed up, I'm going to pour this mixture back into the one pot, and I'm going to stir this up good. And I'm going to put my lid back on. Then I'm going to hit yogurt until the 24, till the 8 comes up. I actually like to, you can cook your yogurt either 8 or 12 hours. I actually like to cook my yogurt 12 hours. So now we're just going to sit here and wait for the Instant Pot to cut on. There it has started, and this will cook for 12 hours. And I will be back in 12 hours. Okay, our 12 hours of cooking is done. Now it's time to pull the yogurt out. Check it out. Now this yogurt still tends to be a little watery, more watery than I want. So in order to solve that problem, here's what I do. I take a bowl and I put a colander in it, and then I take a piece of cheesecloth and lay over that, just like this. Then I take this and I pour the yogurt into it. And of course I'm going to have to scrape it a little bit. So now I will take this, put it in the refrigerator, and let that excess water drain off of it, and then I'll be back. All right, my yogurt has now had a few hours to drain, and as you can see, it is ready to come out. It's still a little watery, and I could leave it to drain longer, but I like it to have a little fluid to it. Now, as you can see, here is the water that is left over. Now, I read an article once, although I won't guarantee this because I have never personally tried it, but according to the article I once read, if you have a recipe that calls for buttermilk, but you don't have any buttermilk, you can substitute this water for the buttermilk. You just measure it up just like you would measure up the buttermilk in the recipe. But I don't know. And once you have this yogurt ready to eat, you can also now go through and put different spices or whatever in it. Like, for example, you could add some cinnamon or vanilla extract. You could also add sugar to it to make it sweeter, or some sort of artificial sweetener. You can, but what I like to do mainly is I'll add just a little bit of sweetener to it, and then I put fruit with it. Any kind of fruit, canned fruit, frozen fruit, fresh fruit. and it makes for a very good dessert. Thank you. And then last, once you have your yogurt made, you can freeze it for up to a month, or you can refrigerate it for up to a week, week and a half.